I'm backing up right now.
We're doing great.
I'm so sorry. We're doing really good. I was like, I know I'm forgetting something. I just thought it was because it was warm in here. Turns out I was actually forgetting something. This is probably going to fall on the floor. I'm trying to put it on my leggings here.
Yeah.
My leggings.
Your leggings.
All right, got it. Hi, happy Friday. How are you all? We're super excited about this project that we're doing today. Apparently you all are as well, because we had several of you waiting on us. Thank you so much. Sorry for the small delay. I was working downstairs and looked up and it was time to be up here. Anyway, what's going on? I saw Beth said, I just want the work day to be over so I can get home to my crafting or craft table or something. I can relate, except my craft table is at work.
Yep. Way to rub it in, Becca. No, joking.
Not to make you feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly though, Rachel, like we say this all the time. We have the best job in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister Anna, for those of you who know Anna, she's all the time like, can I just work with you? Can I do this? Can I do that? And then I'll tell her things, of like perks here that we get. And she's like, what? Are you kidding? It really is an amazing job. Fantastic. Hi everyone. Rachel dropped a link for you guys for our membership. This membership started back in
2017.
Sorry, I meant this sale.
Okay.
It feels like it's been around since 2017. We started this sale back on Black Friday, and I honestly am really shocked it's still around. Except I'm not, because we have so many people who are onboarding that we want to give you guys the best value.
And to be honest, we have no idea if we're supposed to be continuing to give you guys this coupon. We have not been told otherwise.
But we just love you all so much. We want to give you a discount on this amazing membership. We want you to have every opportunity given to you to join Makers Gonna Learn in the awesome community. I am loving going over in our private Facebook group right now. Can I just say, we have so many new members who are super active in the group, and I love it. Yes. I love all the newbie questions.
Absolutely.
I love all of our seasoned crafters who are helping those novice crafters with any design space or design element questions. I mean, it's just, honestly, it is so inspiring just to be there and watch you guys interact and help each other and create successful projects with each other by doing that. So amazing. Anyway, grab that link that Rachel dropped for $40 off our membership if you are interested in crafting with us for 365 days. That is a yearly membership. It is billed annually. So you pay for it today. You don't have to worry about it until next year. And you actually don't have to worry about it because it automatically comes out if you do not cancel your subscription. It is an automatic renewal. So that is, if you're like me, really nice, because then I don't have to worry about it. I thought I was going to say something else about the membership, but I don't know. It's just amazing. I love it. We've been talking a lot about like the benefit of being in the community, the crafting community, and the Facebook group and all of that stuff, that sometimes I forget that we actually have a subscription that is cut file based. Cut file and font based, and that's what started it all, but it seems to be just the support and inspiration that keep you guys coming back too. I mean, the cut file library is impressive and amazing, and we add to it all the time, but the community is honestly what really sells this membership for me, and I know it is for you guys as well. Anyway, let's get to crafting. We are making a super cute hat today. Do you like my hat holder?
Oh, that's cute. That it was terracotta.
Terracotta.
Oh yeah.
Yes. This is a Hobby Lobby hat. It's like $7.99 full price, so we got it discounted. And I wanted to do something really easy by putting heat transfer vinyl on here. However, if you guys have ever worked with hats before, this seam that comes up the middle can sometimes be a pain in the rear to get your vinyl to stick to without it looking lumpy. So because we have so many beginners here, I wanted a really nice and quick hack for you all, and this patch is the perfect solution. It's very easy to add your heat transfer vinyl to your patch and then attach your patch to your hat. So we're going to do that today. As you can see, I have a little drop shadow. We have our Dog Mom. I don't even know what cut file we're using. Dog Mom cut file here.
This is one of my favorite ones that she has created. Becca's made.
Aww.
I love this Dog Mom cut file. It's so cute.
And then I created a drop shadow in Illustrator. You can also use Inkscape. Saved it as a SVG and imported that into Design Space. So if you do not know how to do drop shadows, I'm going to give you, this is not a drop shadow tutorial because you can't do it in Design Space, but I'm going to show you some hacks, a workaround for it. We'll see how it goes. See what you think. I personally don't think it's as good as just doing a drop shadow, but I know that not everyone has access to Inkscape and Illustrator. Well, everyone has access to Inkscape. It's a free software. You can download it. Not everyone has access to the training to do that. So I'm going to show you the other way. So anyway, we're using a hat. We're using white heat transfer vinyl. I have this black corduroy material, which is pretty neat. I have a mini EasyPress. I am using SureBonder fabric stick glue sticks. And then I have this rinky-dink, janky, purple.
Oh.
Sorry if you love.
Rinky-dink, janky. We're spoiled.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sorry if you love this. Yeah. I don't hate it. I just love my Lynn Lilly SureBonder glue gun a whole lot more.
Yes.
And the reason that I'm not using it is I don't use fabric glue sticks enough for me to have it in a Lynn Lilly glue gun. Does that make sense? And if I am finished with the fabric glue stick, you can't just pull it out. Like you would have to waste it all. So we have a designated fabric glue stick gun. Anyway.
Beth said, I wonder what it would look like to use a pattern fabric for the drop shadow.
Adorable. It would be adorable.
I think
you would
so
just
too.
need to make sure that there was enough contrast between the
colors.
vinyl and your fabric so that it really pops, but it would be very cute, I think.
And what is the free software you mentioned?
Inkscape. Inkscape is a free software, and there's a reason it's free. Now, in Design Make Sale, I do talk about it. And I do like it. It's a great program. But if you're just starting out, it's really good. Once you know what you're doing and your steps are really fast, like your actions are really fast when you're designing and stuff, it can be a little bit slow. That's really my biggest complaint about Inkscape is that it can be just a little bit glitchy, a little bit slow. And when I'm, making an entire cut file collection, I really need it to be fast. So that's why I right now prefer Illustrator over Inkscape. Although I didn't always. When I was just starting out, I preferred Inkscape because the user interface seemed more friendly. It was a little bit easier to navigate, in my opinion. But yeah, check it out for sure. Inkscape is slow.
Kathy said, "Oh my, fabric glue sticks."
Yes, SureBonder makes them. I know other companies make them as well, but I dropped the SureBonder link. Yes. Everything that we're using in today, before we start, because we always have questions, everything that we're using today is in the links are in the description below. Now, these are affiliate links, and we put that disclaimer there as well. But what an affiliate link means is that we get a little kickback for promoting these items for you guys. Now, we were going to use these items whether or not we get the kickback. But if you click on those links and purchase items from those links, we get a little kickback. It costs you absolutely nothing to do that, but it just kind of helps support us here at Makers Gonna Learn. And it pays our bills here, which is really nice because we would love to keep doing this for you all, but we got to keep the lights on. Tiffany, you are not too late. We are about to start now. Yes, is it Eileen's?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. They do. Yes, you're right. Absolutely, Sam. Let's jump over into Design Space since we've gotten all of that talked about. And really quickly, I'll just talk about this cut file that we're using. And it's going to be quick. I didn't pre-cut anything, so I'm hoping I don't have any issues. Anyway.
Fingers crossed. We know how Design Space is lately.
So the cut file comes in just like this. This is the drop shadow that I created, so I've imported that. But I'm going to just show you, and I'm hoping that this keyboard cooperates with me here in Design Space. What I'm going to do is duplicate this over here. I'm going to hide these for a minute, just so that they're not in my way. There we go. Now I'm going to duplicate again. Why is duplicate not an option? Where's my duplicate? Okay, it's going to be this kind of day.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to move this over and we're just going to start duplicating this a couple of times because what we want to do is sort of create our drop shadow doing this. So as you can see, I'm going to kind of lay this over here. Then I'm going to duplicate again. Kind of lay this one over here. We're going to kind of make like an outline, if that makes sense. Just something that's a little bit wider than our current cut files. We'll just lay all of these out here. We're going to keep going. Have any of you guys done this before? I'm curious to know. You're not going to have the exact same effect as you do with an actual drop shadow, but this is still a workaround.
Like I gotta tell you, you're blowing my mind.
Have you never done this?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Very cool. Okay, so at this point, what I want to do is just select all of these layers and press weld. So now it's one layer. But you can look at this and say, some of this looks a little bit jagged, and then I still have, the insides here that I would not want to cut out. No big deal. We're going to fix all of that, kind of. So I want to grab another shape. I'm going to grab a circle, and I'm going to unlock that ratio in the bottom left-hand side so that I can distort it. And I want to just make it a little bit smaller and kind of bring it down here to just kind of even out, smooth out the bottom of that D. And then I'm going to copy and paste and do the same thing up here with this G. Just kind of manipulate around until I like what I'm looking at. There's that. We'll copy and paste and do the same thing at the top of the G. I just don't want a lot of jagged edges and lines, if that makes sense, just because it doesn't look that great. Then I'm going to grab a square here, and I'm going to kind of I could do this, let's not do a square. I've changed my mind. I want to do another circle. And then I'm going to kind of just even out where it says mom down here. So we'll do it sort of curved. That looks better, I think. And then again, I'm going to select all of these layers, and then I'm going to press weld again so it's one layer. Now what I can do is with this selected, can go over to contour. I'm going to press contour, and then I can select all of the pieces in the center, every single one of them, so that all of those pieces are no longer going to be cut out. It will be one solid piece, just like this. And I mean, if I had taken a little bit extra time, then I could have prevented all of that. But honestly, it's not that bad.
Becca, you're blowing minds.
Yeah?
People have called you the bomb diggity.
And this it doesn't always work this flawlessly, but a lot of times, it's pretty good. So now I have my dog mom cut file. I'm going to just move it to the front, send to front, and then I can pull it over here and kind of see what's going on. That actually looks pretty good. The only other thing that I might want to do is put a little bit of something right here. So let's grab another basic shape here. Grab our circle, kind of do this, and maybe just put it right there. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Weld. Send that to the back again. That's not bad. That's not bad, guys.
That looks great.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I'm shocked.
So you could cut that out just like that if you wanted to. And that's one cool thing about Design Space and Illustrator and things like that is there's so many different ways to do things. Is this the most conventional way? No, probably not. But there's a hack for you there. So let's go ahead and unhide this guy. The only other thing that I need to do is size this cut file. If you want to do the overhead camera really quick, I'll show them how. I'm just going to determine what size. So I have my hat here and then my little measuring tape. And I just want to make sure you don't want to make it too big because, as it curves around your forehead, you lose some of the image. So you're not going to see as much over here or here. So kind of just, you've seen hats before. Just kind of do it like this. I probably do around 4 inches. That's just my preference. So that's what I'm going to size it to in Design Space. We can go back to Design Space really quick. The other thing that you could do, if you don't like all of that drop shadow stuff that I did, you could grab a basic shape like this and kind of just make like a rectangle And we'll change the color so that we can see. This would look really cute like this. It's very popular. A lot of people are doing leather or faux leather this way. So they will cut out their piece of leather in this rectangle shape, and then they will put, their image in HTV on top of that. That looks pretty cool. And it looks really cool if you do like a jean stitch, like a top stitch around there. So anyway, a couple of different options. But now that I know that I want it to be 4 inches, I just need to come up here. I have both of them selected. They're both grouped together. And I just need to come up to the top where it says width is 10 inches and change that to 4. And because I have my ratio locked, then when I change that to 4, it automatically changes the height to the correct proportionate. Oh my gosh, Design Space.
Is it being super good for you today?
It's just my favorite program in all the land. Okay, we're going to leave it. No big deal. It doesn't need to be zoomed in because it's great. Now we're going to hit Make It. I'm going to turn my machine on too. And we have this on one mat and this on another mat, which is exactly what we want. We need to think about this though. Since we are using HTV, we are going to be mirroring this one. So we'll mirror that. And then this one can stay as is. We can go ahead and press continue. And we're connecting to our machine, and I am going to be selecting, I don't remember if corduroy is actually an option in here or not, so let's see. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That would help.
I would not spell it correctly.
It is an option. Sweet. So we're going to press done here, and it wants us to load our rotary blade into clamp B, so that's what we're going to do. We can go ahead. Let's go to the overhead camera.
Overhead?
Yeah.
Guys, did you tell them the issue? Our B cam.
Yeah, our B cam's not working. I did not tell them that though.
The one that faces the maker, so that's okay.
No biggie.
No biggie.
Let me zoom out a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and I didn't bring my fabric scissors up here, so.
Oh, Becca, they're not in your smock?
They're huge, Rachel. What do you want from me? So anyway, I'm hoping this doesn't like eat these because who knows what has been cut with these scissors. I'm just going to cut a small-ish piece. This is definitely a whole lot bigger than I need, but I'm live and so I don't want to risk it. I'll just put this on let me cut this off really quick. And then I'm using a fabric grip mat. As you can see, my fabric grip mat is a little bit loved.
Nothing wrong with that.
But this corner up here isn't terrible. So I'll probably put my material up here and then adjust in Design Space so that the image is cut up here instead of right here, which is default.
And Miss Rocky Top Heart says, do you have to use the rotary blade?
If you're cutting corduroy, then yes, you do. I do have a hack for cutting regular cotton with an Air 2. You can check that out on our YouTube channel. But I haven't tried it with corduroy. It's thicker, so I'm not sure how it would go. But you can also, if you're using faux leather, you can cut that out. 143 vinyl has some amazing faux leather. It's like buttery soft and it cuts so well on your Air 2. So keep that in mind. Just choose some materials that you can cut out for sure. But anyway, you can switch to the front camera if you want to. I am going to go ahead and load my rotary blade, if I can find it. Here it is. Here into clamp B. And then I'll load this mat here. And we're going to hit the flashing Cricut button. And while that's cutting, if I've missed any questions, I know Rachel's been typing away. It's so loud. I'm going to stand over here if that helps at all. Yeah. Yes. I don't know.
How do you know if you have an Air 2 and not a maker? So the biggest telltale sign will be, does your machine have a dial? If your machine has a dial on the top where you change your material settings, then you have an Explore Air 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can actually also go and look at some of our amazing comparison videos to see the differences on those. Becca just did a new, really, really great one that includes the little joy.
The Air 2s are solid colored too. They have a bit of a different look. But yeah, we have some videos that compare them, so you can definitely see. Amazing. I feel like I've not looked at comments at all. So
Well, Becca,
I don't even know who's here
They're
right
whizzing
now.
by because we have 300 people here.
Hello, friends. I'm
Yeah.
so glad. That's rare for a Friday.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Welcome. Okay, let's go back over to that overhead camera and I'll show you. Hopefully it cut. I was going to say, I'm going to show you how well this cut. It probably didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we're just going to peel back up.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's look, Becca. That's crisp.
Fantastic.
That's crisp right there.
That's so good. Oh, I knew that would happen. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Instead of... why did it do that? Oh, I bet I have an old rotary blade.
Do you want me to go get another one?
Yeah, if you don't mind,
Okay.
just grab another one. If you want to do you know where a brand new one is? I can just show them how to change it too while I'm at it.
I'm gonna try to look for one.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut some more material while we're waiting on Rachel. I took some pictures yesterday of some organizational items that we got in. We partnered with Art Bin, and so I took some pictures of some organizational items yesterday, and I dumped all of our blades and attachments and everything into this new cute organizational whatnot. But the problem is that I did not remember which rotary blades were old and which ones were new. It's totally on me, but whatever. What are you going to do? Okay, so we're going to change this really quick. Thank you, Rachel. Let me zoom in a little bit. If you guys have never changed your rotary blade, it's actually really fun. So the rotary blades come with the screwdriver. It's pretty neat.
Well, it's little bit.
We have so many now. So many screwdrivers. This is perforated, but for whatever reason, I can never get it open. It's like child-proof.
Oh gosh, I had a dog toy for Lenny the other day, and it honestly took me 10 minutes to get it out of the plastic packaging.
it's
I
so
used a knife,
frustrating.
scissors, I cut myself. I'm like, what's happening?
When you have kid toys that you're trying to get into too, and they have like screws in them, and then
Yes.
like those
Everything
plastic
zip
things
tied
into the
and-
Barbie brain, and
Oh,
it's
Lord.
insane. So this is the cover for it. You don't need that right now. You just need this piece, and I don't know, why do you need two?
that one you put on there to take it out. So the one that's empty, you put on the rotary blade that's there on the.
Oh, that is so silly. Anyway, put it in here. Oh.
Yeah, and that way you don't have to ever touch the blade or anything.
And then you're just going to unscrew that screw there. Amazing. If I can get my fingers to work. My hands are cold. I'm burning up and my hands are cold, so they're not working really well. But I want to keep this screw because I'm going to be using it for the next one. So let's just unscrew that. It's longer than I thought. No biggie. Come on. Good grief, it's like 6 inches long. Okay, and then you just pull out and your blade stays in there, and then you can trash that. And then you put this guy back in just like that. Grab that screw that you just took out and then screw this in. If I am missing questions, just let me know.
Do you use the rotary blade for all fabric?
I do, because it generally cuts really well. I use it for the felt that we like to use Benzie felt, and it is a wool felt, so it's thicker, and you definitely need a rotary blade for it. Okay, once you get that tight, then you just pull it out and you are ready to go. Okay, now let's try this cut again, Rachel.
Yes.
This was a great learning experience. Also, I'm going to add extra pressure. Did you know that you could add extra pressure on your rotary blade? Fun story, you can. So we're just going to go back up into Design Space and add extra pressure, even though it's a new blade. I don't want another failed cut. Oh, I'm going to have a failed cut.
Why?
I'm not. I'm going to fix it first because I selected the wrong mat. Fun times.
Cheryl, no ma'am, this blade can only be used in the adaptive tool system, which has the capabilities in the maker.
Yes.
Your Explorer 2 cannot do that.
Good question.
And Connie, this question, just like changing the oil in your car, you would only change the oil in your car if you went X amount of miles. So you're only going to change out your blade if you cut it a ton. You know, if you don't drive a lot of places, you don't change it. You don't change your oil just like this. If you don't craft often, then you won't change your blade often.
It also has to do with what you're cutting too. So if you're cutting a material that is thicker or more difficult to get through, then it's going to dull your blade a little bit more. Do we have a friend here? Yep. Fun. Okay. Okay. Now we are back. Default. I wanted more pressure. Just like that. Yay. Let's try this again. No biggie. While we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and load my HTV on my mat so you can get that out of the way. And when you're loading your HTV, make sure that you're doing the shiny side down. So it's hard to see with the white, but there is a shiny carrier sheet on the back here, and you want that down on your mat. So we'll cut a little bit of that there.
Becca, where is it cutting? Where in sweet Jesus' name is it cutting?
It's using the second mat even though I chose the first mat. I literally hate Design Space right now. Good grief. All right, friends. Third time's a charm, right? The nice part is that it was already moved over, so it didn't actually ruin anything. Is it actually going to work this time?
I hope so. Guys, Design Space has been ridiculous today.
I thought that maybe there was an update and we weren't glitching anymore, but it doesn't appear to be that way.
Okay, let's see here. Miss Kathy says, using textured materials such as corduroy, do you do it textured side down or textured side up? That's a good question.
That's a good question. I always do up. Just because that's what I've done. I don't know. What do you all do? I'm eager to know that.
Now, I do know with paper crafting, sometimes in the paper crafting world, like with glitter cardstocks and such, they'll recommend to do it pattern side or textured side down.
Yes.
So, but I don't know if that's the same across the board.
Okay, so I'm using my heat transfer vinyl and I have my True Control knife and I'm going to go ahead and cut the part that I need here. I'm cutting more than I need. Don't get mad. Don't come at me for wasting. Again, we've had some issues here, so definitely don't want to have any more issues. So I cut that right on the mat. It's very nice. If you didn't know, you can cut on your mats. We've had this question before. If you're using the True Control knife, unless you're some he woman, which congrats to you if you are, you're not going to cut hard enough to ruin this mat. So it's very nice to be able to cut on that. And let's see, hopefully we're going to have a successful cut this time. Let me make sure this is still mirrored. Okay, it is. And then what you can do, if you have a rotary blade that is not super new and you're afraid maybe it didn't cut through, do not unload your mat. Go ahead. Yes, I should have done this before. Go ahead and check to see if it's cut all the way. If it's not cut, then just lay your material back down and press your Cricut button again. It will not be flashing, but you can press it again and it will do the same cut all the way around again. Thankfully, this one actually worked well. So I'll just show you here. Just peel that off.
Oh, that was nice.
That one did good.
That was nice.
That one did good. Okay, so we'll put that one to the side. We can go ahead and change our blade back to our fine point blade because that's what we'll be using for the heat transfer vinyl. So we'll put that back in there.
And Miss Jackie says, is this a maker only project?
If you're using corduroy, then yes. If you want to use a different material, then no. You could use felt, a thinner felt.
Becca, you could use the leather from 143 vinyl.
Yeah, I said that
would be
earlier, but
great.
yeah.
Sorry, I was typing.
No, I know. Absolutely. I've been there. Trust me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what you said.
No.
Side note, I'm going back into Design Space to change my material to iron on because I need to do that really quickly. But yeah, you could definitely use other materials to do this project. I personally wanted to use the cognac-y colored faux leather. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called, is it Artisan Brown on 143 vinyl?
It's
or Rustic Brown?
Russet.
Russet Brown.
Russet.
It is the most beautiful cognac-y tobacco leather, well, faux leather. And I personally wanted to do that on this, and I was talked out of it. Well, by who? I think it was Tanner, who never has any, I mean, he doesn't care. If I wanted to do that, I would have done it.
Right.
He's like, no, this looks good. I'm like, oh, whatever. I really don't care. Iron on. Let's see here. Everyday iron on. We're going to press done. Again, because we've had so many issues, I'm just going to make sure that I am mirrored. I am. Fantastic. And then can press my go button.
And we had a question about, can you send me a link to the Rotary Blade? I will try and send you a link to that.
This Rotary Blade?
Yes.
I put it in the description.
Oh, look at Becca. Okay. Guys.
There you go. You're
Guys,
welcome.
Becca is just absolutely killing it.
I just preheated my mini EasyPress to 350. That is the second mark. If you didn't know, the mini EasyPress has 3 settings: 300, 350, 400. We pretty much use 350 for everything. It's just a good happy. The nice thing is, because you're moving it around, it's not like 350 degrees on one spot like the big EasyPress is 350 degrees on one spot. Does that make sense? Since you're moving it around. Anyway.
We really only use 400 for infusible ink, too.
Yeah. Megan says the leather patches on hats are all the rage right now. You are absolutely right. It says for Maker, is it same for Air 2? You cannot use a rotary blade in your Air 2, unfortunately. It is an adaptable tool that is only available for use in your Maker. That's one of the big differences in the Air 2 and the Maker. We say, and we have videos on this, if you want to go to the overhead, I'll do some weeding. Or if they don't want to see weeding, I don't care. Oh, I forgot. Again, I forgot.
You want me to get you one?
No, I'll use the pen pencil. It's fine. Thank you. When people ask what our preference is for machine, like, should I get the Air 2? Should I get the Maker? Those are questions that we address. Would you use the rotary blade? Are fabric crafts things that you are going to be doing a lot? Or the knife blade. And honestly, if neither one of those are things that you're interested in, we love the Air 2. They are solid machines. They're very reliable. For us personally, out of all, we have tons of, I can never remember. I know we have over 8 Makers, and I want to say 5 or 6 Air 2s.
Yeah.
And our Air 2s are more reliable for us than our Makers. The print and cut calibration seems to be better, in my opinion. We don't have to calibrate them as often.
I agree.
As the Makers, but unfortunately, you do not have that adaptive tool system capability with.
Yeah. I mean, I told Tanner the other day if I could pick a machine to have in my home, it would be the Air 2. Just because I think it is more reliable, and I don't see myself using the adaptive tools enough to justify it.
Yeah, well, because you don't sew.
Yeah, and it's not just cost for me either, too. I do think that we've had way more Makers tear up than Explorers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so I have that weeded. I'm going to go out just a little bit. Okay, and then all I need to do is bring this guy over here and line it up.
And I don't know if we even talked about this, you might have touched on it, but I just like the little fringy edges on the corduroy too.
Yes, well, and I'm going to
like
show you
that.
how to fringe that even more in just a second. So you're just going to center that, and you'll grab your little mini press and you move it around. I like to start in the middle. You can see I started in the middle and then I immediately started pushing out, and then I would do the same thing on this side, push out. When you're doing smaller projects like this, I feel like that's not quite as important. But when you're doing larger projects that have bigger surface area of heat transfer vinyl, I feel like it pushes out any bubbles or wrinkles or anything like that that you might experience when you're putting that down. That's finished. So for those of you who are new, you might be thinking, how in the world? Generally, you know, when you put your EasyPress on here, the traditional EasyPress it's 20 to 30 seconds of downtime. And the answer is that the EasyPress, the mini EasyPress, is magic. That is that's the only
good.
answer.
It's true.
It's just amazing. But what you're looking for when you are putting your heat transfer vinyl down and moving around that mini EasyPress, I don't know if you can see it here or not, but there are little bubbles that come up between your transfer sheet and your heat transfer vinyl, and that lets you know that the transfer sheet has released from the vinyl and it is ready to be peeled off. So just a little bit of information there.
Oh, that is so cute.
Look how adorable. Now, when you're taking your transfer sheet off, just make sure that you're doing it slowly. If any of these pieces happen to come up with your transfer sheet, just put the transfer sheet back down and hit it again with a little bit of heat. But we've got that. Then all I want to do is grab, if I can find one, this guy, and I'm going to kind of just fray the edge a little bit, all the way around, just to make it look a little bit more frayed. And you could take even the tip if you want to and kind of do that. Materials like muslin or duck canvas would do really well like this as well, but it just gives that super cute frayed look. It looks intentional at this point instead of just...
Which is so cute.
Yeah.
Really cute.
Super fun. Almost finished here. Now you wouldn't want to do this with like your, well, I don't even know that you could, your faux leather. But you could like notch it out if you wanted to, but you couldn't, you wouldn't have a good effect with this and faux leather. Now I kind of want to do a faux leather patch.
Well, it would be gorgeous.
I think so too. Super cute. And I'm not doing this hard enough to do any cuts on the EasyPress mat, so don't worry about that. But once I'm finished with that, then I'm ready to put it on my hat. It's that quick and easy, and I'm not worrying about this guy again. So we'll just kind of place it, see where we want it, and then what I like to do is leave my finger here, and then I'll kind of peel back and go ahead and grab my glue gun and put some glue on there. But this leaves the placement since I have my thumb there.
Oh,
I can put it over there, and I don't have to worry about repositioning it once I have it all glued. So then put my thumb there, pull this side back, and then put glue on this side. Just like that. And you can use other glues too, other fabric glues. What was that one? Liquid Stitch.
Yeah, Liquid Stitch,
Yeah, that's a good option. Sin mentioned earlier that Eileen's makes some fabric glues as well.
Fabric tack, yes,
yeah.
They do.
But once that's finished, obviously you would want to clean that off. But it's done. We're done. Finished.
It's so cute.
So
Becca, that was a short
cute.
project even with
the error and
errors,
me teaching that extra
which means
thing. Yeah.
You guys could do this. You could do so many of these at one time. And I don't know if we've mentioned it or not, but in Maker's Gonna Learn, if you get that yearly membership, you do get a free commercial license.
Yes.
So if you guys wanted to make these and sell them, you could totally do so. Super easily. Everyone loves all the new hacks that you show Becca.
I'm so glad.
They think you're trying to take my crown as the hack queen.
No, they don't think
I'm
that. They don't think that. Anyway, how fun and quick and easy was this, guys? Gals, ladies? We have a troller on YouTube every time we say guys, which is, I don't know if that's a Southern thing or if it's just an us thing.
How long has it been since you've seen that, though?
Well, you blocked them, didn't you?
Correct. I was going to say.
There's this one person.
Guys, I gave her months of chances.
Every time we say
what's
guys,
going on,
I'm not a
guys?
guy.
We just mean everybody.
Like,
And
I'm not a guy either. I'm
over
not
and
offended.
over, she would comment every time. So I said, I'm sorry, hun. The next time you comment, you're going to be blocked. And I'm sorry I blocked her.
It was like an hour later.
It was. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Could you use heat and bond, Becca?
Is that like feasible in like the
You put it like on
tacky
the back of a fabric, and
Yeah.
then the fabric will stick to something.
You could. I don't personally love heat and bond by itself. I always want to go ahead and stitch around, just because I don't trust it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I did see a question. Midwest says we guys all the time. See,
Yeah,
fantastic.
guys is
Somebody
gender
asked what
neutral.
we would charge for this. I think somewhere. So,
How much is the hat?
It was $7.99, but we got it 50% off. So,
I would say $20.
So $4.
What would you say?
And then what Tanner likes to say, and I actually really agree with this, is when you're trying to price your items, you take the cost of your item, your product. So we've got our hat, which was $4. I'm going to say the amount of vinyl and material, and this is generous, I might have spent $1 on that. Maybe.
Yeah.
So we'll say $5 in supplies. Then I have to say, how much do I want to make an hour? So if I want to make $10 an hour, we'll say, then how much time did I just spend in this? Well, this was a long process. If I were not doing this live, I might have had maybe 15 minutes in it?
If that.
So at this point, we're talking $2.50 worth of work. But I personally, that evaluation is a great starting point. But at that evaluation, that would put this hat at $7.50, and it's worth way more than that.
Yeah.
So that's a good starting point, but then go on. What would you pay for this hat? I would say $15 to $20.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a custom hat.
Yeah.
When you're customizing things, then you can add a little bit more to that. So yeah, I would say 15 to 20. What would heat and bond do to the vinyl? I think it wouldn't do anything to the vinyl since this thick corduroy was there. But what you could do,
if it were me doing
is put the heat and bond on first.
I would put the heat and bond on the fabric and then put the fabric on the hat first.
Same.
And iron on that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. Do you have any more info for the meet and greet in October? Sharon, I'm glad you said that. We actually have a working link right now. I was sure to grab that because last live we had a link that we were sharing that was not working. I'm very sorry about that. Information is in this link for sure. It is October 1st through 3rd in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Whoop, whoop.
Super excited. It's at the convention center there. It's going to be amazing. But all of the information that we have right now is in this link. So definitely look at that. Did I miss anything?
I don't. They're going really fast.
No.
We've got
Okay.
300 still.
It's
They're
okay.
going super fast, which is amazing.
Aaliyah, yeah, I like that. She said $20, maybe $25 if it was leather. I feel like that is...
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yay on the e-link. Yes, Heather. Oh, okay. So if you guys noticed, you may not have noticed, I uploaded a member-only video today, and I gave a little sneak peek on it yesterday. Did I bring my phone? I'll show you again. I can do that overhead.
Sure.
If I have the photo. Do I have it? This is our member-only video for today, and it is not Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day project, and it is a double-sided pouch. So it's the same on both sides, and it is made out of cardstock. You can put a little Valentine that is an envelope with a card in it that I've put in the same cut file for you guys. So I've made it really easy on you all. And you don't have to size these. They come in just this perfect size, and you can put a little piece of candy in there. Anyway, this is the member only. It is live right now on our website. In fact, let's go over and I'll show them where they can locate the member only videos because we have lots of people asking about this.
Do you want me to stay here until you get logged in? Just in case.
Yeah, that will be great.
Okay, you can stare at the dog mom hat.
Yes.
People.
I'm logged in. We can go.
Okay.
Okay, so once you are over on the website Maker's Gonna Learn and you are logged in, then you just scroll down like this. Whoop, and here are our member-only videos. So you can press View All, and all of them that are available are right here, with pictures of the exact process, a little bit of a description, and this is the new one, so you guys can view that. I will definitely post this link with all of the supplies linked in the private Facebook group just to help you guys out. But that is available for you guys as of today. I know a lot of you guys were asking,
Yes.
and I wanted
Guys,
to
Becca
share that
worked
with
so
you.
hard on these, and they're so cute. She saves really, really good ones for the
member
Facebook
only,
group.
yeah.
Or yeah, for member only.
So that is one of the perks of being a member here at Maker's Gonna Learn, and they are member-only videos. And we get a lot of comments, not a lot, but we do get comments about these lives here on YouTube being salesy. And we understand that. We absolutely understand. But the other side of that is that we have to sell our membership, and lives are the best place to do that. So our member-only videos are ad-free. We do not sell anything on them. It is just instruction, just education and inspiration, and that is one of the perks of being a member here at Maker's Gonna Learn. In addition to that, you do have access to our thousands of cut files, hundreds, well, I would say over 1,000 fonts now too.
Probably.
The whole entire library is available to you as a monthly and a yearly member. However, our yearly membership is our best value, especially if you use that coupon code BEST at checkout. It's $40 off right now. And Rachel mentioned it. It gives you access to a free commercial license, which makes selling product that you make with our cut files and fonts totally legal. It's totally legal to do that. If you're a monthly member and are selling projects with our cut files and fonts, that is not legal. You're not operating legally. So keep that in mind. We also give you 10 free classes with our yearly membership. One of them is our mastering, what's the title? The frame class?
It's a frame master
class. Thank you. I was totally butchering it, but we teach you how to make mitered edged frames, like the measurements, the tools that we use, the best ways to do that, which is a fantastic tool for a lot of you guys who are wanting to sell product as well. It's so much cheaper to make your own than to purchase them, then put your vinyl on and all that stuff. So anyway, amazing benefits of being a member here at Maker's Gonna Learn, and the community, which honestly we can't even put a value on. We can evaluate every other part of the yearly membership except the community. And honestly, if I had to evaluate it, it would be priceless.
Yes.
Yes. Honestly, I'm not being facetious. Like, our community is just amazing. It absolutely is.
And we have some comments. Someone having a question about tacking on some time to their membership. We have another question if they didn't get a confirmation email.
Okay.
So guys, the best place to reach out for customer service advice is, you guessed it, customer service.
Yes.
So if you'll email them at hi@makersgonnalearn.com, any questions like that regarding your membership, when you joined, how long you have joined in the membership, like someone said that they weren't sure how to log in, and that's the place to go. It's the place to go. Me and Becca, these things are whizzing by. It's so hard to answer all of them, and we want you guys taken care of.
Carol said, I feel like an idiot. Search Facebook for the member-only videos, getting old stink. So, Carol, I did used to put the member-only videos.
Yes, they used to be there.
On Facebook. There was an album. The problem is, they take forever to upload. I have to upload them in 2 different places for you to be able to see them on the news feed, to be alerted of a new one. And so we wanted to integrate that into the actual membership. Eventually there will be a tab at the top, so they're even more easily accessible on the website. But yeah, that our plan is to just completely head over here so that they don't get lost in the news feed and all that stuff. It's just easier to find right here. It's a better quality viewing too. Sometimes Facebook pixelates your videos and all that stuff. So we definitely wanted to give you the best quality, but not silly. They used to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Customer service is amazing. You are absolutely correct, Aaliyah. They work tirelessly
every day. We have customer service. We have 6 customer service representatives too, which is amazing.
Yes,
to think
and
about.
we're looking at hiring another one.
Yeah.
They are hard to find on Facebook. You're absolutely right, Aaliyah. Are all 10 courses available for yearly members? Allison, yes. So 10 courses that are available for free for you guys. And then we also have so many other courses that, in addition to just those 10, that you can purchase additionally. In addition to those things, I've not even talked about this. If you are a new Cricketer, we have a Master Your Cricut in 30-Day Challenge. This is available free to yearly members, as well as a $97 purchase if you're not a member. But this really breaks down everything you need to know to start your crafting adventures. It breaks down design space. It breaks down terminology. It breaks down products and what you use them for and what they're called. It is everything from opening your Cricut box to creating your first project. Literally everything. The testimonials that we have gotten from this program alone are absolutely amazing. I honestly think this is why our influx of members has been so high here lately. This right here, this empowers you guys and really makes you feel like you have all of the resources that you need to become a great crafter. This book right here, when you purchase the yearly membership and get access to the course, is a PDF that you guys can download and keep on your ebook or on your Mac or on your phone or whatever. And if you want to print it, you can print it out at home or send it to your favorite printer in your community to have them print it and bind it. So that's amazing. You also have other books, downloadable e-guide type things. This one is amazing as well, and it's just a fantastic reference for your blades, for the terminology again, for heat press guides. So there are so many resources that are available to you as a yearly member here at Makers Gonna Learn. Anyway, what else have I missed? Crystal, Janice, that's not set up yet. I believe Tanner's going to, have you commented on
Yeah,
this?
I have.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay,
They were
great.
asking
I
about.
just haven't seen.
Yeah, no, the conference center. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to leave, but I don't have anything else to talk about.
She's like, guys, hurry, give me some.
It's so awkward.
Give me some conversation pieces.
It's so funny.
Becca put new stickers on this maker. This is the first debut of our maker with stickers on it.
Yes, this is not so cute.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so when we created this, we have a member only on this too, because I know a lot of you guys are going to ask about using Bitmoji, your Bitmoji, to decorate your machine. So check that member only video out. We also have videos on comparing the best printable vinyls. Check that member only video out. It's amazing. But when I created the first one, they didn't have this little spray paint person. So our very first reveal of our maker, I'm drinking a cup of coffee. And then when I saw this one, I was like, maybe I should do some work on our next machine. So Rachel's not the only one working.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, per usual.
So we
No
changed
joking.
it.
No joking.
And then I gave Tanner a snazzier disco ball. Not that the Bitmoji disco ball is bad, but this one was from our New Year's cut file collection, and I'm so still in love with it that I wanted to include it there too.
Becca created it.
I did!
Yes.
I did. What's the difference between PNG and SVG when you download to put in Design Space? Great question, Kimberly. And Rachel goes over all of this in our 30-day challenge, but I'll go over it really. Well, don't you? Do you? PNG, SVG difference?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
We have 2 terminology courses in there. Yeah.
Yes. So a PNG is a pixel-based file, and when you download a PNG and import it into Design Space, it looks like a picture. So you can do print and cuts with it.
Yeah.
An SVG is a vector-based file, which means it has layers. So for instance, this disco ball, when you download it as a PNG, it's only one layer. Print and cut, you're good to go. When you download it and import it as a SVG, it has each individual color is a different layer. So you can change the colors, you can delete layers that you don't want. You can manipulate an SVG more than a PNG.
Also, you can also make SVGs way, way larger than PNGs
Without
as well.
pixel, because they
Yes,
don't pixelate.
absolutely.
Since it's vector, you can make them as big or as small as you want. But you can, my preference, if you say, do you want a PNG or an SVG, I'm always going to say SVG, because you can flatten an SVG and create a PNG. Does that make sense? It's not technically a PNG, but it's still a print and cut. So you can flatten an SVG and make a print and cut project just like you can use a PNG to make a print and cut project. So my preference is always SVG. Did I miss anything?
Miss Barbara said, say that again or show it. I missed it, and I'm not sure what she's talking about.
Me either.
So,
Can you clarify?
yeah,
Ms.
so let us
Barbara?
know. We don't want to. We want to make sure you know.
What if someone purchased 2 tickets? Can we invite that other person into the group when it's all up and running? Absolutely. I'm going to say yes.
Yeah.
And yes.
Denise, can this be washed with the fabric glue? How long will it last?
I haven't washed one with fabric glue, honestly. The thing about hats, though, I mean, you have to be pretty careful with them anywhere. They lose the form. Let me look really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Wash in lukewarm water and air dry.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Fantastic. Like I said, I don't love fabric glue. I normally sew everything, but obviously I don't want to sew this. So I haven't like tested it.
Miss Melissa said, are Teflon sheets necessary or can you use other items for this? So Melissa, we relatively don't really use Teflon sheets on day-to-day crafting with iron-on. We just don't really see the need. Becca, do you? I mean,
no, I only use Teflon sheets for print and cut HTV.
Yeah, we don't really.
But you can use butcher's paper too.
Or parchment.
Yeah.
You can't use wax or freezer paper. But yeah, you can do that. You don't have to though. A lot of people still think that you have to use a Teflon sheet and that you have to heat the underside of your, like your shirt or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those are common practices that you don't actually have to do, which is nice to know. So yeah, the more you know there.
Yeah. So how many people do we still have coming?
230.
Okay. So we still have quite a few people, and I know that we have a lot of newbies here. If you want to spam us with newbie questions, feel free to do that.
Sure.
For the next, we'll say 10 minutes.
Sure.
Any questions that you want? Craft paper. Are you asking could you use craft paper for
I think that's what she's asking.
yeah, I don't see why not. You just need to have a little layer of protection there.
Yeah.
I need help with design on an iPad. If you're a member of the private Facebook group, head on over there, take a screenshot of any issues that you're having, or be very descriptive and upload that into the group, and one of us or one of our members will be very glad to help you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will say designing on an iPad. Now we have members who only design on an iPad. I know Aaliyah does a lot of work on it and she is very successful with it. I personally will say it is the learning curve for an iPad is a little more difficult in my opinion. Not undoable by any means. But if you feel a little bit frustrated, don't feel frustrated that you feel frustrated. Is that ridiculous?
No.
Because it is a little bit more difficult. Yes, Aaliyah says she will try and help with the iPad. She's amazing with it. If you have not seen her post in the group, Aaliyah, I'm actually going to steal your list and probably do a video on it because it was such a good and thorough list. Fantastic job on that.
And
Anyway.
yeah, Teflon sheets are also good for delicate materials. Like, I think I was putting HTV on a suede pillow or something like that.
Oh.
And it needed a layer of protection from the heat of that direct heat plate. So yeah, that's another great.
Please show me that member-only video again. Just went there and can't find it.
So go to your home screen, my dear. If you are signed into the membership, go straight to the home screen, scroll down a bit, and you should see all of them right there. They're all down there.
Instead of throwing away the unused fabric glue stick, can you just leave it in that and have a designated fabric? Yes, this is our designated fabric glue gun. Yes.
When I turn off my Cricut and unplug it, it has decided to flash a really quick red light in the power button. When I turn it on, it's fine. Is there a way to fix it? Kristen, that sounds like a little glitch, unfortunately.
Yeah, update your firmware. If that still does not help, then unfortunately you're probably going to have to stay on phone with customer service with Cricut for a while.
Yeah.
To see what they say. But start off updating your firmware.
And yeah, guys, a lot of people use iPads. We used to use iPads exclusively. Here, it was easier to show you guys, to teach you guys on an iPad for video purposes. But we love our laptops as well, whatever you feel more comfortable using.
Willmaker's going to learn to be making updated videos on starting a business. Some videos were outdated. I can't, outdated on the business course. Is that the...
Yeah, we're always working to update that content for you guys, especially through the new year when we do offer you guys all of those 10 free courses. We are always trying to work to update those for you. Yeah, so
Will you be doing any print and cut projects? Yes, I have a member-only video planned for next week that is a print and cut project. It's super easy, but I wanted it to be very easy for you guys. It's very cute. It's for printable stickers, so that's fun. I'm looking right now at our member onlys because they're still up. We have several print and cut projects on member only, so reference those. In the meantime, I know I've got print and cut with stickers. What else? Oh, heat transfer. No, regular vinyl. A magnetic sheet, printable magnetic, or printable magnets. What else do I have? There's more stickers. There's a whole card, printable HTV. Yeah, if you'll look on the member only videos, there is a video. And then in addition to that, we have our regular YouTube videos.
Yeah.
We have a ton of videos.
We have thousands of videos.
Thousands of videos.
Okay, I saw a question up here. Megan, my EasyPress won't go up to temp. It will get around 300, then says ERR and shuts off.
Is it the 10 by 12?
I was about to say, tell me the size, because the bigger it is.
Now, I personally, my 10 by 12 at home, I don't have any issues with, but the one here, it will get up to temp, and it doesn't do the air, but when you pick it up, it cuts down 15 degrees automatically.
Yeah, now we had a Mini that did that. It would keep shutting off, and then it just wouldn't turn on, and that's why we had to RIP one of those fellas. Dolores says, I'm brand new, fresh out of the box with our Cricut, so that's incredible.
Yes.
Can I use an Apple laptop with the Cricut? That's what we prefer. We are a Mac company here, so we all use MacBook Pros. We love them. So yes, you absolutely can.
I have not attempted print and cut yet. I'm obsessed with stickers these days. This is 2 separate comments, but haven't put much into learning offset. Guess I should get on that. Yes, absolutely, Kat. You should. And you're a Design Make Sell member, so you have access to it.
Yes. I don't understand why you would use markers. Why wouldn't you just want to print on your printer? Robin, that is a great little comment there, because when at all possible, we always choose print and cut.
Especially when using our fonts, because it doesn't fill them in.
Yeah. We almost always just use print and cut. So yeah. What kind of printer do you recommend again, Miss Debbie? So we like the Canon Pixma line of printers. They're really good. We're actually, me and Becca are working on some comparison videos for you guys that is going to be coming up soon. Comparing some printers to show you guys which ones that we like the best. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so specifically, I purchased, and I've talked about this a couple of times, like Rachel said, the Canon Pixmas are good. The 3000 series is a very affordable, if you don't know how often or frequent that you'll use it, but kind of just want to get your feet wet with it. I think mine, it was like $35. It was very cheap. Is it the best print quality ever? No, but it's pretty good. And here at the office, we love the 8000 series, but they're a little more expensive. They range from probably around $170 to $220. But they are absolutely amazing printers. The toner is very affordable when you refill it. And it lasts a pretty good amount of time because we do a lot of color printing here. So yeah, Canon Pixmas are what we prefer.
And we just got a question about the EasyPress Mini. Those are basically always $50, a little.
I think it's $48 on Amazon now.
Yeah, so here's the link to it. We love it. We have like 4. Yeah.
I can't figure out the reason to use a marker. Okay. And I saw a comment earlier about I'm probably going to botch this, but this is the gist. Since the knife blade is not included in the maker, is it worth getting? So the answer to that is if you will use it.
Yeah.
We don't use the knife blade that much, honestly.
And when we do, I'm going to go out on a limb and say 30% of the projects are successful.
Fails. Yeah.
No, 30% are successful.
Yeah. You cut like softwoods like balsa wood and basswood.
Yeah.
And honestly, I hate projects with that. Absolutely hate them.
Now, if that's your jam, if that's your job,
they take forever to cut out, and most of the time they break because it's such soft wood. Now you use it also with the chipboard, and I do like chipboard.
See, I do not like chip.
I mean, I don't use it a lot, but I prefer it to balsa wood or basswood.
Right.
If you're not going to use those two,
get the Explorer too. Yeah.
Or, well, I mean, if they want the Rotary Blade. I personally we don't use the knife blade a lot here. And we have 4 of us crafting here. So,
I bought the knife blade, but it takes too long to cut. Yeah, Kat.
It's forever. And you cannot use it. Aaliyah, this is her favorite thing to say. You can't use it if you have an iPad or an iPhone only, because it will not let you, because the cut times are too long.
And half the time, guys, whenever you leave it on your desktop or your laptop and then you leave and you come back, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, it jammed. Like halfway through. And then you're like, what? Hours later when you thought you were going to come here to a perfectly cut project.
I received an off-brand knife blade for Christmas. Is it okay to use, or should I return and get the Cricut brand? So let me ask you this. How old is your Cricut?
Which, now, I have answered a lot of questions about this on YouTube, because in a lot of our videos we have to preach that you get a 1-year warranty with your Cricut. However, everyone asks the same question. How in the world would Cricut know if you used anything aftermarket unless it just like scrapes up your machine? And the true answer is it's mostly probably just because the Cricut brand wants you to buy Cricut brand stuff. And I mean, we get that. So it depends on you and how serious you take the warranty. And if you want to abide by that 1-year warranty, don't do it. If you don't care about the warranty, or that Cricut will come after you for using something aftermarket, try it and see how it goes.
Alina, we have a couple of videos comparing the Air 2 and the Maker, and there's even one comparing the Joy. Definitely go watch those videos. See what the pros and cons are of both before you decide. If I were not going to be cutting felt and material, then I would get the Air 2 over the Maker. Yes. If I want to cut felt and material, which I personally do because I like to sew, then the Maker is for me. Personally, the knife blade option seemed really amazing at the time, but I just don't use it. My heat press doesn't count down when pressing. Oh, that's odd. But it works.
And then there was another comment. Let me find it. Oh, Kathy, do you ever use water slide decals? Kathy, we do. I'm going to link you to a video where I make a bunch of them if you want to see how to do that. Those are super fun. I haven't done anything with a water slide decal in forever. They're fun.
Yeah, what's the advantage of the Maker has over the other two? So you probably sent that right as I was saying. So I just talked about that. Definitely reference those videos. They have some great information.
Yeah, I linked that one up above your comment where Miss Becca compares all 3 of them. So
you have the Maker? Oh, if you already have the Maker, then you don't need the Air 2.
Oh, no. No.
Can you tell me about the foil kit? I've heard people speaking about it, but don't understand. Assuming foil as opposed to HTV, why is it called a kit? Great question. We have some videos on this as well, so you can definitely go and view that. It's called a kit because it comes with a housing and 3 tips, as well as the foil and the tape that you'll need for it. So I'm trying to look. It's a metallic foil, and it is a pressure based system. So you'll put you can do it in the Air 2 or the Maker. You'll put the I can't talk right now. The foil piece, the housing right here in clamp B. And it goes like where a cut line would be. The housing will go around and make a beautiful foil project. So I don't know. It's hard to explain how it transfers it. It's the other ones that we use are We Are Memory Keepers, and it's a heat-based foil system, and when it heats up, it sort of like melts it onto the cardstock or melts it onto whatever you're using. This is not heat-based, it's pressure-based, but it does the same thing, if that makes sense. But I didn't want to say melt because it doesn't heat up. It's very interesting. Definitely watch the videos and see. But once it does your design with that foil kit, then you peel off the extra foil, and it's just so beautiful. You have to check it out. Sorry, I was really struggling to try to explain that.
You did a great job.
Well, that's because you're too kind. Okay, sublimation. Do you use special printer or just ink? That's a good question. So we have a regular old, is it an Epson?
Yes. Yeah.
Epson printer.
Now, I don't think it's regular old. I mean,
No, it was like $200.
it was,
Yeah.
and it weighs like 80 pounds. That thing is a monster.
And we converted it, we being
Yeah.
Rachel, converted it to sublimation. So you purchase these little ink cartridges that are emptied and then put a special ink in them, and you can just convert a regular one. You can also get sublimation printers too, but we had really good success with converting ours. I have a fancy Canon I got on Facebook Marketplace beside me, and I'm going to try and mod it. Yes, very good. I want a foil kit from MDL and I've loved it when I've used it, but there is a learning curve. I'm not a paper crafter though. Kat, there is a learning curve, even for me, and I thought I knew what to expect. But definitely do some tests. If you are interested in the foil kit, definitely do some tests before you do it on a final project so you can see which tip you like best. And then definitely watch our videos on that for tips on how to properly put your foil down, because if you don't put your foil super tight on it, then you're not going to get as great of a result either. These are great questions, guys. Anywho, I've went over the 10 minutes that I allotted for this.
Hey, that's
I've
okay.
gone over.
That's okay.
But thank you guys so much for being here today and watching this fun video. I hope you guys have learned something fun, a fun little hack on making hats. And then definitely watch that member only, the Valentine one I'm going to post in the Facebook group for
Guys,
those of you.
it's so cute.
So cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But thank you guys. One of us will be here on Monday for the next live. Definitely tune in. Rachel, do we know what we're doing that day?
No. We've
mystery
been
to us
living on
all.
the fly.
Yes, we have been, which is not like me and Rachel. So
No.
that's fun. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Get crafty. Post in the Facebook group. Live it up. I'll see you guys later.